So hey everybody, welcome to Let's Racing Time. Since Lord Enigma is here, it's officially a race, and we can get started. We got 2 hosts tonight and 3 racers. I'm one of your hosts, Kefka Floyd, one of the 2 voices of Destructoid. That's official, I can say that now.
Hey!
That's right. For those of you not in the know, Destructoid is doing audio versions of their articles, and they're putting a podcast out there collecting them all. And you can listen to it. Just go to destructoid.com and subscribe, and you can hear my dulcet tones narrate things about games like Kentucky Route Zero and Disco Elysium and Breath of the Wild. Oh boy! There'll be more coming in the future. As always, I am guzzling down a bottle of delicious Worcester's Own Polar Seltzer, going for the watermelon mojito tonight. I'm still enamored with it. Still S tier, I believe, of these new flavors. Joining me over there is, as Molly Hatchet says, Whiskey Man, don't you play that game no more? It's our good friend, Bob the Elder.
Thank you, Dan. I am indeed your favorite whiskey drinking southern friend, Bob the Elder, the one with the charming accent. I am humbly providing color commentary on this fustercluck of a race we have going on here. I have, with always, Chunksy the dog here with me. I have my unsweet tea. Tonight's aperitif is out of one of my Glencairn glasses, and this is an Old Grandad 114. It is one of Jim Beam's side products that they do. It's a really, really underrated. This one is lot number 1, which is widely considered the best output that Old Grandad does. Old Grandad's a high rye content whiskey, so it's a little spicier, has some notes of cinnamon to it. This one, it is, as its name sounds, 114 proof, so it's quite stout. It's one of the better bang for your bucks you're going to get. Interesting thing is, you may also be aware that there is a Jim Beam whiskey called Basil Hayden's, named after one of the founders of Jim Beam. Basil Hayden is Old Grandad. So the Old Grandad, this references as Basil Hayden. That's how they're tied together. But anyway, I will go ahead and commence with this, so Slancha.
Lovely. You know, we have an Old Granddad. You know, what about old... Did they make a sister one? Or do they make Old Grandma?
One would think, but they don't. Oh, that 114 got me right there. Ooh.
Yeah, it's not every time, Bob, that you have an introductory sip and you're taking off your step there a little bit.
That one went down just slightly the wrong way, so I'm like, sometimes you don't get quite you don't get quite the proper sip, and that one kind of hit the back of the throat, and I was like, ooh, it's really, really freaking good though.
All right, let's introduce our racers. We're going with the Triforce format tonight. Up at the top, we'll call him the Triforce of Power, I'll say. They may call Alabama the Crimson Tide, but we call him Deacon Blues. He's our good pal, Blau Major.
Hey y'all, Blau Major here. And yesterday I may have been drinking some Welch's grape juice, but today I'm bringing things back to the drink that's as cool and blue as Sonic. Talk about none other than Gatorade Cool Blue.
Nice.
Gatorade.
I mean, it's appropriate. It's like you're drinking your Sonic fuel to make you more Sonic.
Gotta go fast.
Oh man.
Exactly.
Surge.
If there's any race that needs to go fast, it's this one. Next, in the lower right-hand corner, we'll call him our Triforce of Courage, perhaps? It's our favorite Canadian friend, Not a Buttface. Not a Buttface, welcome aboard.
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm gonna need all the courage I could get tonight to get through this.
Well, do you have any liquid courage with you?
No, I just have plain Jane Monster Energy Punch.
Okay.
Because I need energy as well.
Mm-hmm.
What? No beef fizz?
No beef fizz! It's gonna follow me around the rest of my life.
By the way, go look. Just type in Shifter Chaos and beef fizz if you want to have a very, very entertaining video that Buttface sacrificed himself for science for us. So
He took one for the team.
he did. It was one of the best videos on YouTube.
I did science! There were experiments in that video.
There were. It was awesome. You should all do yourself a favor and watch it.
And last but not least, our Triforce of Wisdom. He's the man from Zion. He's our good friend, Mr. Red Silvers.
Hello, everybody, and I gotta say, it's funny that you're drinking Welch's grape juice, because that's exactly what I'm drinking, except that it has some rum in it.
Nice.
Oh, that was yesterday.
But it's just funny how well that worked out.
Hey, repping Concord, Massachusetts, chugging that Welch's grape juice. Oh man, it's like, we've got our beverage tonight. We've got 2 Massachusetts-based beverages. Gatorade, I mean, that hails from Florida. And Buttface, whatever you're drinking, where's that from?
It's just a Monster Energy drink. I have no idea.
Where does Monster Energy come from? That's a good question.
Is Monster the one that's owned by Coke?
It is owned by Coke, but I don't know if they bought it or if it was invented in some Coke brand laboratory.
I don't particularly like Monster either. I am more of a Rockstar guy, but they did not have the flavor of Rockstar I like.
Mountain Dew?
Like green apple, sour green apple. That's the one.
Monster, for when you can't have Rockstar.
Yep.
All right, everybody get your... Let's see, in this game, what is it? Is it the A buttons or start?
There's multiple to start.
It's start button to actually start the game.
Okay.
So the way that this is going to work is going to be a little weird for me because I'm doing Tails only and y'all are doing, I'm assuming, Sonic or Sonic and Tails?
Yeah.
Did you guys just want to let me know when your intro cutscene's done and I can just start?
Nah.
All right.
We can
All
just
right.
count down from here.
Yep, we'll get the countdown ready, and we'll get it ready to go. Everybody, on 3, 2, 1, go, we will be off. So, counting down in 3, 2, 1, go. And they're off.
Blue Streak speeds by.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic has too many cutscenes. Sonic 3 has way too many cutscenes. Even the scenes that aren't cutscenes are too many.
Go ahead, Bob. I'm not Bob, Blau.
Oh, well, I don't actually know the words to that song.
He was pretending.
Well, that's what you do. What I do is you go, oh, what words I can't remember. Sonic the Hedgehog.
I had to fight the
So,
urge
like-
to go get the big ring right away.
Is it Sonic and Tails? Is it Tails, Sonic, and Sonic and Tails? Or is it just Tails or Sonic and Tails?
No, you can play Sonic by himself.
Oh, Chiptune the Fox, there are no speedrun strats here.
Oh, Chiptune the Fox,
Absolutely
please. No,
not.
come to my channel for the speedrun strat.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is noob race.
I'd say
I just
this is
saw a lot of
casual
fire.
race.
There was a lot of fire. Fire is a thing that happened.
Fire indeed hot.
Yes.
Tails
Kind of makes
just
me
got
think
stuck
of.
behind there.
Honestly, that cutscene made me think of that one of the one level in the forest level in Demon's Crest, where it burns over the top of you, and then you have to go back and play the stage the second time to get their version of the heart container.
Oof, that
So
was
there
It's
was
on top
the-
of the canopy.
There was the intro cutscene, then the mid-stage cutscene, and now I'm doing the boss. Oh, I'm gonna die on the boss. Just letting you know, I'm going to die on the mid-boss because I'm.
This is
that
the
skilled.
mid boss, not the boss.
Yeah, every stage kind of has a mid-boss and a boss.
Hey, Treehouse Bounce. Yeah, we probably are. I think Blau Major. I have no idea on Red. I think Blau Major is actually pretty good at this.
Blau, what's your par time for this?
My what now?
Your par time, like, what do you expect to run?
Probably around 45 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, jeez.
And nobody has a clue what Buttface is going to do because he claims he's going to take forever. But past history
I was
shows
gonna
that's
say
probably not going to be the case.
double that par time for me, and that might be how long until I start calling it a DNF.
I mean, Carnival Night Zone 2 is where runs go to die.
So are y'all going to do Chaos Emeralds, or is it just going to be a choice as you do it?
I have been avoiding them, although this one you kind of...
Can if you
I
want
might as
to.
well do this one because it's here.
Would you say you're going to
That's just
control
gonna
your
eat up your
chaos?
time unless you go for them all, and I feel like that takes way longer than just to run through the game.
I think it's faster to get them all in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, but it's actually slower in Sonic 3 alone.
How would
Yeah,
that be?
because
This is
you
just
would have
Sonic
more
3.
stages in Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Oh, was that it? So there's more Chaos Emeralds in Sonic 3 and Knuckles?
Well, there are. There's twice as many.
Okay.
But you only need 7 to go supersonic.
And then once you get to the Sonic and Knuckles part, they get taken away and you start earning the second set.
Does that mean
That's all
Sonic?
you go
Does
for
that
special.
mean Sonic starts glowing and turns gold?
That's how I was able to beat the Sonic 1 Master System remake. Was by abusing invincibility.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah. Okay. So it's the same. It's the same boat. Yeah. That the whole literal second half of the game, basically, that's what all you did.
And we're not doing that in this, or at least I'm not doing that one in this.
Chip Tune the Fox, replacing those batteries isn't too hard if you have any kind of or light amount of manual dexterity.
So there won't be a Doomsday Zone on this because this is just Sonic 3. We're not doing Sonic and Knuckles on this race.
Sonic
Okay,
and
so
Knuckles.
So that's only
It'll only be the first 6 zones.
I mean, Doomsday Zone sounds terrible. Not a butt face. That. However, were you supposed to have gotten over that? Like, were you supposed to have gone faster to not hit those spikes?
No, I was just being stupid. So I hit a cutscene,
Oh.
or sorry, I hit a checkpoint, and now we have the
Yeah.
little wiggly worm.
Uh-huh.
We won't have Doomsday Zone, but
And now I'm going through the airship.
have a big fight.
And the airship is not a cutscene because I can actually control it, but I can't actually get hit in it if I'm being careful. Just press, it's hold forward to win. So that was Wiggly Worm, airship, and then after airship, there's going to be the Robotnik in the Forest cutscene. And if I die on the final boss, I have to just sit here for the next 30 seconds and rewatch this stupid cutscene.
Oh, lovely.
That's your punishment.
Sonic 3 has too many cutscenes.
I just
Starting to sound a
realized
little
something
bit.
else that's the big difference between not having Sonic and Knuckles is that we don't have the other mini games.
Yeah.
So just the gumball machine.
See, I never played and Knuckles when I was a kid, so I didn't know there were other mini games. And then I saw someone like do a different mini game on their like on a Let's Play, and I was like, "What?"
The other minigames suck.
All right, Tails is about to get like
Trolled.
screwed over by this cutscene completely.
I always preferred the gumball machine. The only plus side to the other mini games is that you can access them with less than 50 rings.
You can also get a lot more rings usually doing it.
That
Like
seems
the electric
an-
ball stage, you can get tons of rings toward the end of it.
I'm in the best music in the game zone right now.
You
I
got the
don't have
ice cap really fast.
Yeah, man. Surprise.
Now, obviously, I don't have a lot of frame of reference, but the boss fights look pretty balls so far. Like, these don't look like they're all that fun, I guess I would say.
Blau, do you want to weigh in hydrosity or ice cap zone?
Hydrosity.
Thank you.
But which act of hydrosity?
Both.
I mean, both are good, but Act 2 is better.
Yeah.
Dan, do you have any idea what they're talking about, or me and you both out of the loop?
I know some of those words.
Okay.
Oh, and it's hydrosity or hydrocity.
Well, I gathered that, but yeah.
Yes.
'Cause my brain
is
was thinking
correct.
I would probably say Hydro City, but because
It's a-
hydrosity sounds like some form of liquid velocity.
What a hydrosity!
Yeah, liquid velocity. We're playing Sonic. It fits perfectly.
Yeah.
I mean, fair enough, I suppose, but
So in Sonic Generations, it has it listed as Hydro City as 2 words, and it bothers me.
that makes more sense because it's supposed to be a city underwater, right? Isn't that or a water city? Isn't that the
I
whole?
don't see enough city.
Oh no, it's the
And see,
water
this is
part.
the debate that's up there like the nose and mouth from Mega Man 2.
Well, no, it's the water part of a city. So, like, underneath the city, you've got, like, all the sewers and aqueducts.
Oh, so it's the requisite sewer level
Sure.
because there's always a sewer level.
Yep.
Surprise! All of the levels in Sonic
I mean-
3 are sewer levels because they're garbo.
I mean, I've made fun of Matt McDowell over that one because, being a game designer, I'm like, so what happens is like when y'all are designing a game, do y'all get it perfect and then somebody comes in and points out that there's no sewer level and you have to redo the whole game
Mm-hmm.
just contractually?
It's an adequate pipe.
I mean, it's just a failure of QA to not have a sewer level.
Right.
Well,
I
not
mean,
QA even. It's like they're the backstop. It's really product management and development who they kind of let it go by not having.
I mean, the
one.
writers should have had it to begin.
Yeah.
Right. Should have had it to begin with. I mean, you can't not have a sewer level.
Really,
I
if
was
you're
gonna say, isn't every Mario game a sewer level?
Pretty much. Just without the running water for some of the older ones. Yeah, I'm actually I made the mistake of when we were doing D&D, I had like one of Chitin's streams on in the background because I just noticed that he had been on there, so I was watching one of his, and he was playing Dead Island. And now he's bothered me because I'm going to end up spending the stupid money on Steam to be able to play it on Steam. As bad as that game is, I love that game.
And here's the washing machine.
As many problems as it has, I fucking love
What?
Dead
You're
Island.
in the washing machine already, Rez? Red? Not Raz.
Raz Red Raz?
I've been playing so many games with Raz right now. It's
Red
the only,
Raz.
It's the only person
He's
I
Red
talk
Raz.
about.
Red Raz. Red Raz.
Well, before that, I was thinking I was talking to Riff, so I had to mentally change my R name association from Riff to Raz, and now I got to change it to Red. Oh,
Speaking of
problem.
which, I need to sit down and watch it at some point. I bought the convention I was at a couple weeks ago. There was a guy that had Blu-ray versions of movies with riff tracks on them. You know, the MSD 3K guys, the thing they do, the audio commentaries they do. So I've got the Twilight one with the riff tracks, which is one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life. So I'm gonna have to go back and actually watch it now.
Have you watched the Mario Brothers movie with the riff tracks?
I haven't. I almost bought it.
Oh, you need to. Oh,
I
my
just
God.
almost bought it. Like I've seen that Twilight one and I've wanted it. I've wanted to go back and watch it forever.
It is top 5 riff tracks, I gotta say.
I'll have to pick that one up next chance I get. The guy actually has like a service where you can buy them and he'll mail them.
Mm-hmm.
He was a pretty cool guy. We all sat there. Me and my cousin sat there talking about movies for a while. It's one of the reasons I bought from him because we ended up having a good conversation.
this game is so beautiful with so many unique sprites. I wish that I had any time at all to be able to sit down and appreciate them.
The backgrounds are, I kind of like, I'm impressed with the backgrounds. Like
Yeah.
Even though there's not a lot of variety, they're crisp and they look good.
This is top tier Genesis background work.
And they scroll well.
Yes.
You know,
So
And that's
much
one thing
better.
about Sonic Mania. Sonic Mania is a great game. It's a fun game, and they use a lot of nostalgia. Something about the look is just not the same as this. It's trying too hard to replicate it, if that makes sense.
no, I get it.
I think also Sonic Mania is not leaning so much into this game, you know.
Sonic Mania is trying to be Sonic 2, it feels like.
Yeah.
It does have this zone in it, though.
What happened?
Hydrocity is the better zone than Chemical Plant.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, did Buttface's game just freeze?
Nope. I'm watching him.
No, it's no. Like his end game, he's soft locked. Like he can't trigger a cutscene.
No,
Is there
I'm
any
here.
kind of Blau Major, not Buttface, Blau Major.
Oh yeah. What happened?
I soft locked.
Yeah, he's got to do.
Oh, did you just
whole
beat the
zone
boss
over.
of Hydrocity?
Yeah.
Did you do the thing where you got stuck on the button? Your save will save that you beat the zone, so you'll still be able to...
The capsule never appeared.
I didn't know that was a thing that could happen.
That
It's-
happened to Jasnu like twice during the old school race that we did.
Wow.
That's
Because
never
Jasnu raced, beat the game fails, and then played the game a second time as Sonic before somebody cleared the game. I don't remember who it was in the race. But
Hey,
Jasnu
we
got-
gotta say thanks, Chiptune the Fox, for following.
Oh, thanks for the follow, my dude.
Thank you very
Welcome
much.
aboard.
Mario
What
Brothers
gives you
Internet
guys more
Service.
anxiety? The beeping in Zelda when you're at low hearts, or the drowning sound in Sonic?
Drowning sound.
Chiptune the Fox said
Ah!
you've got terminal 7 brain cancer. I don't know what that means, but it's bad. Yo, yeah, that's a good point, Chiptune. Yeah, he's saying that the
I got
the
squished.
backgrounds in the Genesis Sonic games are comparable to like Super Castlevania 4.
Yeah, I would say that's fair, but also to be fair, Super Castlevania 4 is like one of the launch titles for Super Nintendo.
I know, but they did really well with it.
They
That was the
did.
thing. Yeah, it was a super early one, but its background use stands out. Even especially for an earlier one.
Something I want us to do for, speaking of Super Nintendo launch titles, something I want to do for us is, as I've suggested this before, but I've still got to figure out a way to actually make it work and be entertaining in the context of a race, is do that SimCity within a certain period of time, get your city as large as it can be in terms of population.
I
And
I
love
have no
those
idea
kind
how
of
to play the
challenges.
original one.
I've actually never played that. Yeah,
It's not.
I played
own it.
SimCity 2000 on the computer.
SimCity 2000 was my all-time favorite, but 3000 was the better game to me. Like I was able to play 3000 better than I was 2. 2 all
Which
you did
one
was
was-
the 2 all you did was the Priscilla code and just bought the shit out of everything. And gave yourself infinite money and just bought everything you wanted to
Well,
buy.
what I would do is like the rules of this race would be that, the all money code would be allowed. It's basically try to build out your city as fast as you can. Just try to, what's your zone balance going to be? All the other stuff. You basically want to try to just bum rush your population as fast as you can. And I need to test this because I haven't, this is just something I've been spitballing. I haven't really put much thought into like how the actual mechanics of it work. But I think it would be fun because, music in SimCity is just so nice, and
it really is.
we can sit around and hang out and just talk about all the cool stuff going in our cities.
This is a boss I need to learn the speed strat on because he's kind of a butt.
Yeah,
Man, there's a lot of waiting around on that boss, isn't there? Just
Chiptune, that's
Well,
what
there is a way to do it faster. I'm just not very good at it.
Chiptune,
Ugh.
that's what Dan was basically getting at. He wasn't meaning it was a literal launch title. He was just meaning it was one of the OG.
Yeah, it
Super
was one of
Nintendo
the
titles.
when you were
First generation title. Yeah, first
Yeah.
generation titles. Yeah.
So I actually didn't get a Genesis until late enough in the life cycle that Sonic and Knuckles had already come out.
I never owned a
So
Genesis.
Sonic 3 had been out.
I technically own
And-
one, but I own one of those those like NES classic versions of the Genesis.
That
So,
doesn't count.
Yeah, I don't own a real Genesis. Never owned a real Sega product.
I got rid of my Genesis years and years and years ago.
I still have mine. It's a Genesis Model 2. But the year that I got it was the same year that Sonic and Knuckles had come out. Like, it had come out, I think, in November of that year that I got it for Christmas.
October.
And you could not find that game anywhere.
Fuck off.
The funny thing is,
We-
like, I was a complete 100% Nintendo partisan, like, really fucking annoying about it. But even so, I still loved Sonic.
Sonic
and
is
I-
really cool in theory.
In
See, I never
theory.
got into Sonic. That was one of the things with it. Like, I've never had any attachment to the games or the characters.
Well, see, for me,
or
it
the
was
characters,
not
so-
necessarily because of the games. It was because of the Saturday morning and adventures.
Yeah.
It was television that got me into Sonic.
Yeah, and what connection I have to Sonic is literally from those television shows.
Yeah. Like Jaleel White, I mean,
I still can't believe that's Jaleel White.
he's
But-
not playing Urkel,
It just doesn't sound like him to me. Like I never would have put
Have
two
you
and two
ever
together
have you
until
listened to
said
his
that.
like natural
No,
talking
yeah.
voice?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know
It's his
exactly
natural
what he sounds
talking
like.
voice with just a little bit of attitude.
I still can't hear it. Like, I literally still can't hear it. Like
So-
it's just I don't know what to tell you. It's like
I've got my game in permanent shake mode right now, and I hate it.
He was in the pilot for Good Morning, Miss Bliss.
yeah, he was actually.
Apparently, that
Well-
new
Somehow
Saved
we
by the
always
Bell
go
is
back
good.
Yeah, somehow we always go back to Saved by the Bell and Elizabeth Berkley and
Yeah, I've heard mixed on the Saved by the Bell one. Like I've heard people kind of have both opinions on it. Like the
I would really
the gist
not
I
have,
get
like,
is that it's pretty decent. It's not Cobra Kai good, but what is?
Right, but just like the new Mighty Ducks is decent. It's not Cobra Kai good, but
Okay,
you
now
know.
the egg capsule spawn this time. Good.
When does the new Mighty Ducks finish? Because I don't want to watch it. till
I
the
think it's
thing's
got
finished.
Is
another-
Too Many Ducks good? I might actually sit down and watch that.
Okay, so time to talk about New Mighty Ducks. So, New Mighty Ducks is interesting in that they're actually doing a very good job of taking the piss out of Mighty Ducks, but it's not in the way that Cobra Kai takes the... Like, Cobra Kai, I don't want to say takes the piss out of Karate Kid, because even though you can clearly tell they poke fun at it, it's very much a serious continuation of that story.
Oh yeah.
Whereas the new Mighty Ducks is, okay, Gordon Bombay is around, and he's honestly the best part of the show, but it's taking that concept and using what has changed in the past 25 years of children's television / movie entertainment and taking the piss out of that.
Okay.
So, like, if you want something that both takes the piss out of but recognizes the value in that kind of Disney Channel aesthetic, the new Mighty Ducks will do that for you. It's also very good. It's got a lot of good pointed commentary on children's sports culture and things like that. And it's not like ham-handed about it either. Oh no,
Oh,
that is
the
the,
literal.
Mighty
That was
Ducks.
also the Mighty Ducks.
Yes.
That was also the Mighty Ducks.
which I think
but
they
that
should
was-
make a new one of that. Make it
Yeah.
part of the
the
DuckTales
animated show,
universe.
yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah, that was very. I remember that one too. I was actually really fond of that.
that one
Though
had
it
a
didn't come on
murderer's
for long.
row of voice talent for its villains. You had
Who was in
Oh
it?
yeah, it had Tim Curry.
you had
Really?
you had
What? Was Tim Curry in that and I just forgot?
Yes. Okay.
I
So
never
you've
knew
got
he was in it.
You've got Tim Curry as the main bad guy. You've got Tony Jay as his henchman, as his
Yeah.
second in command. You've got Clancy Brown as his henchman. And
Really?
I forget who the other henchman was, but I remember all of them also being a big name thing. But yeah, the bad guys that were all like big name, villain voices.
I always feel like Clancy Brown's one of the more underappreciated actors out there. He's great in
Lex
everything
Luthor
he's
is
in.
great.
Yeah.
Chiptune the Fox, yes, I also appreciate that. New DuckTales did so much stuff right, and it's sad
I
that
need
it had
to watch more of that.
It's
I
sad
need
that it
to
had
start watching it.
Yeah, I mean, well, guess what? Season 3 is on Disney Plus tomorrow. You'll be able to watch the entirety of the whole thing.
That's the plan.
Yep.
I watched up until Gizmo Duck showed up, and then I've seen the Darkwing Duck episode they put on YouTube because how could I not?
Let's
Boy.
get dangerous.
Dangerous.
Darkwing Duck.
Darkwing Duck.
That would
Let's
be another
get
fun old
dangerous.
race to revisit. Was the one back one of the old races we did was the Disney Afternoon race where we did all the like Capcom Disney games.
Well, we've talked about doing it again. It just hasn't come. It just nobody's kind of put it together.
Yeah,
Like,
Chiptune
that'd be
the
one
Fox.
I'd down for. I'd have to play it. I'd have to play it a little bit, but
As
Am I trying to get yeah, somewhere? What
test
the heck?
about how this came together. No one really wants to put races together that aren't Mega Man or
I think
Uh,
DuckTales is only Disney
Legend of
entertainment
Zelda.
good enough at to run.
well, that's not fair because both of those are regular staples. Like it's not; those aren't put together. Those are just. We've been gradually going through the whole Mega Man series, so that's why we're on the 7D make in May. We play one Mega Man game a month, and then Zelda literally has a hashtag. I mean,
Zelda's
it's
the
been
bread and
our
butter.
yeah. Zelda is what we really kind of founded the channel on. So,
Because I mean,
and then we branched into Z2R, and that one's become pretty popular.
Oh,
So
why did I jump there?
So
Dang it.
is starting to. I mean, Galby's would literally every stream we do be soaking if we let him. But
He would.
yeah, I mean, he was like, "Damn you, Red, for getting him into it." But yeah, you hooked him. Like you were his dealer. First taste is for free. It's like-
I think every stream he has done since being introduced to it has been Soten.
yeah, he literally hasn't played anything else. It's like,
I mean, should we start being worried about Galbies?
I mean, he's into all that blur stuff. I think we should have been worried a long time ago.
I was gonna say.
True. Actually,
yeah.
that reminds me that we need a FF1 rando coming up. Hopefully, we can get Destel. Matt's
Yeah, I
been
just
really
gotta-
busy right now, unfortunately.
I had to change. Yeah, both of them have. I had to take it all. I mean, it's my fault because I have to. I need to pick all I have to do for Matt and really Destel both is just tell them a day and be like, "Can you make it this day?" And then we plan it for it.
So
Because I want to do a weekday co-op % one because we've never gotten to do it on a weekday, and we have more people that run the game now.
yeah. So,
So-
I don't want to interrupt that, but also people probably listening are noticing I'm not playing Sonic music. I'm just playing Smash Brothers music. But the song that's currently playing is my favorite song out of all these Pokemon games. It's the Route 209 from Diamond and Pearl. because it's basically riffing on two famous classic rock songs. It's All the Young Dudes and Telephone Line by, ELO and who did All the Young Dudes? Was it?
I don't know either of those songs. So.
No, Telephone Line.
I don't know this Pokemon song, and now I'm like, what is this? I gotta go listen to it now.
It's If you have the Smash, I'll post a link in Discord. But it's like when you hear it and you go and listen to all the Young Dudes, you'll hear it.
I'm sure once I hear I probably know the song. I just don't know what it is off the top of my head, unless it's like the one Diamond and Pearl song that I always think of when I think of it.
It's a really cheery song. I like it.
I mean, first of all, like I wouldn't have no clue what the Pokemon songs were, but I don't know the classic.
I've never
rock ones
played
he's
Diamond and Pearl in my
referring to,
life.
so.
I only know this song because of Smash Bros.
Right. Gotcha.
No, don't go that way. That
Chiptune the
way
Fox.
lies
Yeah, we're all Batman nuts here, and that was one of the best parts of that episode. Was just them taking just
Was
all
that
the
Dark Warrior
Dude.
Duck?
Chiptune, I watched the 1989 Batman movie in theaters when I was a little kid, so yeah, I'm all about some Batman movies.
But I got the copy of it on VHS where they have Bugs Bunny talking about sending in for your Warner Brothers ball cap.
Yeah.
Can you please not? Can you please not? Thank you. God damn it.
Oh, butt face.
Can you please not? Can you please not? Oh, you did.
You're really putting the butt in the face.
Would you kindly?
That was the Canadian coming out. Like, please don't do the thing. You did it anyway. Gosh,
God, you killed me in that. Like you killed me in that video we did, that Christmas video we did for Ricky for Brick Road.
I can lay it on thick if I need to.
Yeah, you did, because like if you weren't Canadian, I would think you were being offensive. It was like because you were doing it was so overdone. Like
I watch a metric shit ton of Letterkenny. Don't get me wrong.
yeah, I was like, oh my God. I was like,
Okay, so Chiptune the Fox is bringing up Batman versus Superman, and I'm gonna paste in an image into the stream that 100% gives my reaction through the entirety of Batman versus Superman. Let's see if this works.
so the thing about Batman versus Superman that you need to keep in mind with it is there were bones of good. They were bones of a good movie. They tried to take three major parts of of famous Batman Superman lore. Oh, that's great, Dan.
Yeah, that's me. During
So
that movie.
you remember how like Spider-Man 3 was three potential good movies in one, and they crammed them all together and made a fucking shit movie?
Mhm.
That was Batman versus Superman.
Oh, in that
It's
theater,
like-
I was so
Oh.
mad at that movie. It's like,
oh, you
It was
bastard,
so bad.
You fucking
like
bastard.
It was. There's just no, and there's no redeeming stuff with
oh,
it. It's just
buttface,
like,
that sucked.
Like they
But
could have
it-
done, they could have done they could have took the time, done the setup, done a great Death of Superman, and it would have been fine.
Mhm.
They could have done a great The Dark Knight Returns, and it been fine. They could have done there's so much they could have done with that, and they just tried to they tried to jam it all into one movie, and it was a clusterfuck of epic.
I think if they just made a Death of Superman movie that was just by itself and not connected to any kind of expanded universe bullshit, that would be a really good movie.
Oh yeah, they could have just done. Yeah, they literally
Didn't they
could
do a
have just done
cartoon
it
one?
without Batman, without any of it, and it could have been. And
I
it
mean,
would have been fine.
Batman would have showed up, but I mean, because it's Death of Superman. But
It's
still,
me.
I'm
from
not really
it's me from
invested much
chat.
in comic book movies.
Oh,
in
hi,
general.
Chiptune.
Yeah, hi.
But how excited was Dan when the new Suicide Squad trailer dropped a lesser-known Steely Dan?
yes. Okay. So, you know what I'm getting annoyed with is people using covers of songs in movie trailers. It's just,
when it's like the dark epic version,
Yes,
or the
exactly.
like the ooh, this one's spooky of an upbeat.
You know what?
No, just
It'd
needle drop it.
it
It'd be
defeats-
weird. It'd be weird if they just put in like Disturbed's version of The Sound of Silence. For a
Oh,
Batman
that is the
trailer.
worst version of that song.
Oh fuck you, Dan! That's the best version of that song.
No.
That is the we're gonna fight.
Oh,
You are
That is literally the
categorically
best version.
wrong
It is
about
so
this, Bob.
This is the
unimaginably
real Batman
superior.
v Superman.
No.
That is the most incredible.
It is
one
the-
of the greatest covers of
Bob,
all time. Oh,
Bob,
we're gonna
the
fight.
The only way you could make me angrier is if you said that you liked why is my brain not functioning? If you liked I don't want to say it's Ben Folds because I don't think it's Ben Folds. It's somebody worse than Ben Folds. Hang
Nickelback?
on. No, hang on.
I like Ben Folds, by the way, so I don't know if I'm going to agree with that. But
See,
but I don't. What's the song? Just tell me the song.
This
and
is
I
how
might
I'm
know
getting
it.
old. Hang on.
I know I'm getting old because I'm thinking about wanting to buy an office chair, but go on.
No, you should buy an office chair instead of a gamer chair.
I don't have, I have an old office chair.
Okay.
I need a new office
Okay.
chair, and that's my excitement for the month.
Most hated cover song of all time is the Goo Goo Dolls cover of Supertramp's "Give a Little Bit." It infuriates.
Oh, I hate that song.
Well,
I hate that song. So it's
well,
yeah, that's.
well, here's the thing, okay? "Give a Little Bit" is a great song because Supertramp is great, okay? Everything Supertramp has done has been great. But
I like
somehow,
Supertramp. Yeah, I like Supertramp fine.
But somehow-
yeah.
okay, I can go through all the ways that they, because normally I'm actually cool with like covers and stuff most of the time.
Oh,
But-
I adore. I mean, I love covers. Some covers are better than the original.
Oh, it's like Molly Hatchet's "Dream I Never See" cover better than the original. You know, there's so many
I mean,
covers that are
Johnny
better.
I could have
Cash
brought
hurt.
up like
Iconic
the-
songs that are
Johnny Cash
covers.
hurt. Infinitely
I could have brought up the
superior to
Danny
original.
Sex, the Ninja Sex Party version of "Take on Me."
That's a pretty good
I
version.
That's a pretty good cover.
Ninja Sex Party. I've never heard that one.
It's Danny Sexbang's band.
Band.
But anyway,
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Dan
I don't know
from
that
Game
one.
Grumps,
yeah.
not Aaron.
So the reason why I hate that version in particular is because there's a part of "Give a Little Bit." Well, even before I get into the weeds on it, the reason why it's bad is because it's kind of sucked all the soul out of the song. You know, when you hear "Give a Little Bit," it's not supposed to make, I mean, yes, it is a song about, hey, you should do more for society and give to charity and help out your fellow man and blah, blah, blah.
Meanwhile,
blah,
we're gonna
blah.
exploit this message to give ourselves more money.
Well, here's the
course.
thing, is that Roger Hodgson has always been very good about, like, any stuff that people use. He licenses that song to charities for no cost because he doesn't want
Okay.
to get royalties for that.
And then the cover
That's
is
cool.
just advertised way too much.
Yeah, so, and there's, but on the other hand, when it's for non-charity stuff, he'll absolutely license it out for commercials and other things like that. But this gets me so mad. It's like, it's such an infuriating thing. But it just sucks all the soul out of this song that is
It
otherwise
defeats the
really
purpose of
beautiful.
this. It defeats the purpose of the song in the first place.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
when you hear the Goo Goo Dolls one, like they've taken out all of the production and instrumentation. It's just guitar. It's just the acoustic guitar. That's all it is. So in "Give a Little Bit," when you're starting off, it's like
That's like
ba-bum.
doing a cover of an all-star song with only an acoustic guitar. Like, why would you do that?
Well, no, sometimes it can be good, but the problem is that it's not a solo acoustic guitar. It's just kind of, there's no layering to it. When you listen to the original "Give a Little Bit," half of what makes it work is Roger goes, "Give a little bit," and then you have the call and repeat with the piano. You hear him hitting the piano just like ba-bum, ba-bum, give a little
Right.
bit of your love to me, ba-bum, ba-bum. And then they, you do all that, but then they get into that Supertramp progressive rock where the electric guitar comes in, the saxophone, so the whole saxophone solo is the best part of the song, and they don't do any of it in the Goo
they
Goo
don't
Dolls.
even
take
have
that
a
stuff
sax.
out.
They probably don't even have a saxophone.
They don't.
Well, they don't. They don't. I mean, they have.
Oh,
I mean,
you
Johnny
got
Resnick. Johnny Resnick does most of the guitar. and
Johnny
you have the
Resnick,
drummer
that
and the
guy.
bass neck.
Oh,
On another note, Red just got crushed.
he did.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
did.
Hey, Dan,
Now,
what's
see,
your
I-
opinion on Treasure Planet?
Yeah,
Oh,
no, I
good.
can't agree. I can't agree with you
I
on that because I
haven't seen
adore
that.
Goo Goo Dolls.
I have-
But
Well,
I
Goo
haven't
Goo
seen
Dolls
that
is
film.
okay. It's that particular song that has completely
Fucking
destroyed.
Right.
Like,
Right now, please, man.
yeah, now to be fair, I don't like the song. Period. I don't, but I despise their cover of it. If that makes you feel better.
I mean, that's
You-
fine.
What are you doing, fucking
Yeah.
bouncy thing? Just bounce
Like,
into
I
the thing,
don't-
bouncy thing.
I don't
That
like.
might be my least
I just
favorite
don't
boss of the
really
whole
like
game right
the
there.
regular, the regular version. I just don't really like the song, but I don't like hate it or anything, and I don't think it's a bad song. I think their version's a bad song.
I guess
So
if you
it's
know
like-
so much, about the media industry, I feel like you'll be a JoJo fan.
Oh, I mean, I pulled out a JoJo reference at work today. I don't think the person
How
on the other end
dare
of the
you.
line got it, but I mean, it's the most basic of JoJo references. Like, I can do deep cuts, but I figured maybe
Green Day.
Well, with Green Day, the thing with Green Day is you have to talk. Green Day is got the Aerosmith thing. They've been around so long and they've iterated so much.
Yeah, I heard about
that-
the whole Aerosmith thing where the guy, apparently the main lead singer, was like doing some hard drugs, and then Run DMC had to come and save them.
Oh no, him and Joe Perry were the Toxic Twins. I mean, it's a miracle they're even alive at this point. Like, I mean, no joke. Like they got so bad in the late '70s and early '80s.
And it was like, oh, and I also feel like it's the same with like Kiss. It's like, when is Kiss ever gonna come back?
They have to save
Kiss
Santa
is
to
just-
come back.
Yeah, Kiss is just the most ridiculous commercial band of all time. I mean, Kiss. I love Kiss, but only because like it's almost an ironic. Hey, dirty redneck! My whole childhood thought this spot was an inescapable trap. I was very disappointed in myself when I finally figured it out.
I'm pretty sure that's the part that I was joking that Buttface would get stuck in,
Yeah.
but I don't think he
So,
actually would get stuck.
The thing you have to do with Kiss is you can't take them seriously at all. Like you've
Well,
got
yeah,
people.
the whole
Paul
tongue
Stanley
thing.
is a
He's
talent. I mean,
the-
you've got
he's got the whole tongue
talented.
thing.
Yeah, you've got talented musicians.
He was a
Like,
playable
all three
character
of
in
them-
Tony Hawk's Underground.
Yeah, they're all three. They're all very talented musicians, and they've had other good musicians that have played with them in the past too.
Yeah, I
But
feel like-
they're a commercial band. Okay, they're a merchandise. They're just there to sell merchandise, and they're kings at marketing themselves. And
Okay, so-
you just got to appreciate. What you got to do with Kiss is you got to know that they've got some good, catchy songs, and you
And
got to
some bad
appreciate the
ones.
grift
And the
because they can
whatever.
sell themselves like nobody on the planet.
But
and you
Mrs.
just gotta
Claus,
appreciate the game.
who would kidnap Santa? I don't know, Ace. That's what I want you boys to find out. Oh,
Right.
I would unironically
Wait,
buy
what?
Kiss Save Santa.
a really good
No, Kiss Save Santa. Yeah, you never seen the animated Kiss Save Santa?
Oh my god.
Oh,
yeah.
But
Oh
like,
no, you can
I
buy.
remember
You,
Kiss was in a Fairy Odd Parents movie for some reason.
they sell Kiss coffins.
there's the
I'm
Kiss
fairly
Scooby
certain
Doo.
that there's
From
a
them.
Kiss Scooby Doo
Yes,
crossover.
where I
Yeah.
think
Well, why not?
Ace transforms with the Sailor Jupiter transformation.
Why,
Yeah.
fuck you.
Oh, yeah.
That is news.
I'll post
Yeah,
it
they-
in chat.
Like,
Well,
I
my
think
aunt
I-
was like the
yeah,
biggest
that's
Kiss fan and has like a bunch of Kiss memorabilia.
oh, apparently Shaggy's also an Undertaker fan.
Shaggy's an everything fan.
As long as it
Stop
moves
with the
and
thing.
gives
Stop
him
with the
food.
thing.
Why,
Oh.
fuck you,
But fuck.
Buttface and
Sonic
Red
is
Silvers
hateful.
are not having a good time right now.
Oh,
Well, this is the
This is the level that everyone gets stuck on
Yeah.
because of the barrel.
yeah. This is where I joked around. This is where runs go to
This is the
die.
barrel. Okay, this is the barrel. This is the. This
Well,
is
I'm not.
The only way to win is
Like,
to
I like
roll
the
it.
idea of just handing the controller to a new player. He's like, here, try and figure this one out.
Bob, imagine
That's what
playing
they were
this.
trying to get me to do, and I'm like, not in a race setting. I've never even seen the game. It's like-
This is not a race for me. This is can I beat the game in 90 minutes?
Dude, you're neck and neck with Red right now.
Yeah, how's Blau doing?
I could
I
probably
don't,
beat
know
the
who
game
the
in
levels-
30.
I don't know how to tell who's in the lead.
Blau is
level-
in the lead
I
because
mean, I could
Well,
probably
I was
beat
gonna say, like, if Blau's in a winner's zone, he's in the lead because that's
he
really
just
easy
went
to tell.
into
Ice Cap Zone. Yeah.
I'm in the lead when I had to redo all of Hydrosity, so
I've played all the Sonic Genesis games like multiple times on multiple systems, and I know my way through all of it. So from
Oh,
just memory
shit.
alone, so I probably could finish it in like 30 minutes if I wasn't going for Chaos Emerald.
Chaos Control.
not
Where's
going
that
for
damn
Chaos
fourth
Emerald. It's
Chaos
trying to throw
Emerald?
out my rhythm, to be perfectly honest with you. Just because I keep going to where the rings are, and they're like, wait, I don't need to do that. No, Sonic, go right. Dang it.
No,
Or
Sonic,
go
not
left,
there.
not right.
There.
There.
Birdman in
I
here.
said
Get.
right, but I wanted him to go left, not right, so I messed myself up there.
Buttface is not having fun with the Van de Graaff generators.
So
Draft generators.
this is the barrel, Bob.
Yeah, I'm watching.
You know,
And
we're on the top.
It's
back at
the
top of
easiest
Batman.
thing to do, but for whatever reason, as a kid, I couldn't figure out that you could move that barrel that way. So what I used to do is go get a bubble shield way earlier in the level and hold on to it so that I could do his bounce that he does with the bubble to force it down. And I was just like, well, I guess Tails can't do this because he can't do that.
Well, no, it's up and down on the D-pad.
Yeah, it's really simple, but
That only the instruction book will tell you that.
Oh, see, I just intuited that when I was a kid. I was just like, well, jumping's not working. I want it to go up and down. Try pressing up and down.
Really?
I like how going back to the Batman topic. You know, he had a crossover with the Ninja Turtles. He has a crossover with everything.
Yes, it
That's
is
supposed
very
to be
good.
really phenomenal too.
It
I
is.
just haven't watched it yet.
Highly
Yeah.
recommended.
Is it the
Like-
same guy who did the animated series?
Well, what got me interested, that's Bruce Timm, isn't it? Or,
Yeah.
is his name, yeah. Which the animated series is still best Batman, but I didn't know that crossover existed, and then I guess it was on Instagram or something. I saw a clip of when Batman fights Shredder, and Shredder just totally kicks his ass, and it was great.
And then
I've
assumes,
got to watch this. It's
then
like-
he assumes the Turtles are the enemy because they're mutants.
well,
No,
Batman's
Bob, or-
basically everybody's the enemy, but
But face it, this is the boss you were waiting on for vulnerability. You're doing it wrong.
If Capcom also made, they made like
It is the
Darkwing
boss
Duck.
that I was waiting
They
on for
made
invulnerability,
Darkwing
but
Duck
I'm not
and,
sure what I'm supposed to be doing different.
What if Capcom made a Batman game in the NES days?
I mean, the NES
No, it was,
Batman really, the
It was
NES
It was
Sunsoft that did
Sunsoft.
Batman.
It was Sunsoft.
Yeah, Sunsoft made NES Batman, which is actually one of the best licensed games you'll play.
Oh, yes. it's
Nope,
got,
then I
like,
have
it's
no
got-
idea what to do to not have to wait for invincibility on this boss.
You
What do you-
can
what do
hit
you
him
wait
with
for
you can hit him with Sonic Insta Shield.
I'm not playing a Sonic.
Well, that's your problem. You can
Yeah,
hit
it
it
is
with
my
your
Come on,
tails.
Sonic, go to the next
Hit it with your-
zone.
Hit it with your tails.
There you go. All right, gotta jam out to the music now.
I mean, that worked.
You can damage bosses with your tails when you're flying.
Yeah, but this boss has so many like damage spots on it because of the stupid little like green electricity. So I just have to do it in 4 cycles, maybe longer if I can't get in 2 hits.
Basically, a whole level ahead. Is that it? Because I don't know any of these stages, so it's hard for me to kind of keep track of.
Don't you know the
So-
standard Sonic progression, which is green hills, water,
I was gonna say no, he doesn't.
No,
Marble
Green Hill,
Forest
I played,
area,
like, 2
Carnival,
levels. I
then
played,
or
like-
Clown Town, then you go to the
Progression
ice
is,
stage.
like random at best because I don't know how every level is supposed to like function. It's just like, oh, here's level 1. It's a very basic Green Hill. It's very, and then level 2 is just like a very slightly changed. The only thing, barely anything different except for the aesthetic. And then level 3 is where
I mean, they do kind of, at least in this game, they kind of justify the zone transitions a little bit because you get knocked off a bridge at the waterfall, and that's how you get to the water zone, and then you get blasted up and you land in the ruins, and then you're flying at the end of that stage and you land in the area. You start out by flying into the next zone.
I like
Tails
how
is
Sonic.
It's not the Mario grassland forest
No, grass.
water
It's
lava.
grass. It's grass, desert, water. Then World 3. No, wait. So in Super Mario 3D World was like get grass, desert, snow, ice world, and then another desert zone for some reason.
Well, it's so that you can have your dessert after your desert.
Yeah, but like Super Mario 3D World is like 2 desert zones.
Okay, so if we were to make a desert dessert, what would that be?
Something with
Well,
dates.
like here's what I'm
It'd
thinking.
be crystallized brown sugar to start with. You'd have a whole plate of just that.
I'm at
No, the entire desert is made of brown sugar.
Yeah.
Well, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking you basically make you get crushed up graham crackers. Okay, so that's your sand. Then you get waffle cone pieces. So you make a
Pyramid.
yeah, pretty much. So you make like a bed of, say, maybe an ice cream or something. Then you make the pyramid out of the waffle cone pieces. You use the crushed graham crackers to be the sand. And then, drizzle some chocolate on your pyramid to make the lines and stuff. And
Why did I die
congratulations.
there?
You've got a desert dessert.
Why did I die there?
Because you chose
So
poorly.
since
That's-
you always call me the
Screen
man
scroll.
from Zion,
Hey, you
we have
chose.
our
Be careful
Whoa,
with
what the heck
screen
just
scroll.
happened there?
A screen scroll can kill you.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because in vertical moving sections, there's like a flag that has to get set so that it doesn't count the bottom of the stage as a pit.
Because it loops.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
I was joking about being stuck here forever just looping. Because that's a thing to do in the ice zone, right?
Oh, there's
You can just
actually there is a glitch when you are playing as Tails only that if you don't hit the checkpoint in Ice Cap Zone Act 1, you just die when you hit that first slope.
Wow,
I hit the
that's
checkpoint
crazy.
and I died there anyways, so it wasn't that glitch, it was just something else
If
being
you go
fucked.
into the if
I
you
think
go
it's
into
how
the
you
big
hit
ring-
it. I think it's how you hit it.
if you go
So-
into the big ring, it won't happen.
So, Red, you were about to say something about how we call you the man from Zion. I guess it's really
So
really
there's
deserved.
a shopping district here called ZCMI that they used to have, and every year at Christmas time they used to do these display windows that you go downtown to see, and they would do this intricate stuff with all kinds of candy. So that's what I was thinking of. When I'm gonna die here. So what I was thinking of when you were talking about that is they would come up with all kinds of just like a window that had a display in it, and everything in the window was edible.
And you know what? I can't wait. I cannot wait for later on this year to be able to go to New York, because I haven't been to New York since I want to say October 2019. That was the last time I was in New York, because that was for the camera show, and I wasn't planning on going back until the springtime for the vintage computer show. And so obviously when pandemic happened, everything just kind of fell apart, and so obviously I haven't traveled or anything. But I am so ready to just go and see. I mean, I suppose I don't have to go to New York to do that. I'm sure they do it here in Boston. There's shops and stuff. But I want to be like, the next time I go, it's like, okay, I want to see stuff and shop windows.
Right.
That's like how if I wanted to go to Japan, I just go and shop for the obscure stuff.
I mean, that was something that the pandemic killed for me, because I was planning on going to Japan in fall 2020, and that didn't happen.
Oh,
Okay, Screen, good job on following the
that would have
action
been an
there.
awesome trip.
It's good.
Whoa, that's a weird scroll
Oh
of that
yeah,
face.
well you're not dead though, so it's just
Yeah, I'm not dead, so I'm happy, but
That was
at
a
the same
crazy-
time, I'm playing Sonic 3, so how happy can I
He
be?
says he's not dead.
I
No.
feel like the Tails glitch wouldn't exist in the Knuckles version.
Oh my gosh, what the heck was that?
Oh my God, Red.
Fuck you, what?
Wow.
Where am I going? What's going on?
Holy shit!
Oh, you
What
both
the
just
fuck?
did that at the same time.
What the hell?
Okay,
I'm so confused right now. What was that?
Or did
I don't think
that,
I've
like,
ever
make you
seen
lose?
that section
Did that make
before.
y'all lose progress? Like you've got to go all the way back up there again?
I'm not sure what's going on.
I don't know what the
Not
hell's
a lot
going
of
on.
progress, but I was just
Oh shit!
Luigi!
No, that voice was more strong bad. I was getting in there. Whoa, I was losing a lot of progress there.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Buffett, did you get past
No,
that?
Luigi.
No, Luigi, that's a stone. You didn't make it. Mario, I did. I did make this stone.
Mario. No, I gotta be the Luigi.
You didn't make it. It's a football. I chiseled it.
Mama Luigi.
Oh no.
Going. I just realized I
Stop.
was flying and I didn't know where I was going.
Stop it. Stop all this silliness.
Pitch back, Luigi.
Stop all this silliness. Right.
Oh, right.
Buffett, did you get past
I
that
can't add to
beginning?
this. I don't know that. I don't remember those voices well enough to attempt them. So
I didn't hear what you were saying at me, so
Did you get past the beginning of Ice Cap Act 1 where it was
Well,
killing
you
you?
see, Luigi.
Hey.
Oh no, I'm still stuck I'm still stuck at the mid boss.
Hey,
hey
new
Sam,
Panther.
what's up? Yeah, that's my nephew Sam.
There you see, Luigi. When a paisano sticks his spaghetti noodle in a Mamma Mia's ravioli, the little bambino covered in prosciutto comes out about 9 months later.
There's actually a video like that.
That's what I was referencing.
Oh my gosh, I haven't seen that in years.
I can't do the.
Mario, I don't understand. That's because you're a dog, Luigi.
So
I can't do
I'm
the-
really glad that McLean clipped together that King of the Hill pitch session
That was so
that we
great.
had.
Yeah,
I think
best highlight.
some of our
You guys
best
raced- Did you
material.
already race Sonic 2, by the way?
No,
No.
they
No, we
skipped it.
haven't.
They went from what the demake
I
of
picked
one.
3 because 3 is really a shorter game. 2 is kind of a long game, so I would think that people would want to practice that one more.
Bob, that wasn't a demake of 1. That was the Master System version.
It was a
That
remake
seems like a
of the
demake. That
Master
seems like a
System
demake
version.
to me.
It's
So-
a
Well,
separate
that's
game.
because it has some of the same levels, but this level layout is
Some
not
of the same layouts are all completely different.
Then
And it
also
feels
has-
a lot better
It
to
also
play.
has such zones as Bridge and Jungle.
Bridge Zone is the best zone.
Bridge Zone is awesome.
Yeah, because it has an auto scroll segment. Oh, in a Sonic game. Oh.
The
Well,
vertical
that's-
section in that game was
Well-
actually a lot of fun. I had so much fun
Well-
playing the vertical section.
Hey, the auto scroller is not as bad in Bridge Zone as it is in Sonic Forces. That auto scroller sucks.
Which one is that?
Hell just hit you.
It's like the
Butt
last
red.
Sonic level.
Oh, the box that I hit was an Eggman box. It's like a power up, but it hurts you.
Oh, you mean the classic Sonic? Okay.
Oh, Red's way ahead of me if he's at Eggman boxes, I think.
Well, it's because the
No, he's
physics in
still
that
in.
game are
Y'all are
just so
both in the ice.
fucking
Y'all are both
busted.
still in the ice zone. I don't know where either of you were at in the
Because Sonic
ice zone.
Forces physics are so fucking busted that it's almost impossible to do some platform when you're forced on an auto scroll.
Well, I'm not a fan of auto scrolls in basically any game, but
There's some fun auto scrolls out there. I think Mario 3D Land had some good ones.
Yep.
Oh
I
god,
beat
that
that
one
game.
level.
I beat that game to 100% completion, and it was.
Oh yeah,
hell.
that's one of the
It
best
was-
3D Mario
It
games
was
in
hell
years.
to get that far. I had to do all the levels again as all the characters to get their stamps.
Is it 4
Oh,
or 5?
no, that's
has
3D
that?
World. I'm talking 3D Land.
Oh, I thought you said 3D World.
No,
Is
3D
it-
World's kind of butts.
Remind me, is it Mega Man 4 or 5 that has that god awful auto scroller in a Wily
4?
level? 4. Yeah,
4 has the one in the Cossack stage.
I almost rage quit our race over that one.
You zipped that way. I wanted you to zoop and you zipped.
Bob was
What's the
not
Z?
a fan of the
Zippity zoppity bippity boppity.
I hate that level. Like, it's
I
just
actually like
not
that level.
even.
How often do you,
You
do
would.
races?
It's like a nice and relaxing little breeze before the storm that is the rest of the castle levels.
No, the rest of the castle levels are easy. That one's balls.
Wait,
What
what
there,
do you?
New Panther? Welcome
What's-
aboard.
What is your schedule for like races?
Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday for the most part. You might we do some stuff on our own channels in between that most of the time. But Let's Racing Time is officially Wednesday at 7, Thursday at 7, and usually Saturday night at 7.
It's always at
So-
7. Yep.
Yeah, pretty much always at 7. It's just when the bulk of us get off work and are available, or in Blind Major's case, before he goes to work. I don't know if Red works tonight or not, so he also does third shift most of the time.
No, I'm off tonight.
Okay. Buttface did
I
third shift
specifically
now,
asked
too.
for Thursdays off when I moved.
Oh, that's
because
right.
I was like, I have this opportunity. They're gonna give me a new schedule when I move,
yeah, I
and
forgot
I
about
kind of
that.
haven't liked work since I moved. But I mean, they just gave me a $2 an hour raise, so I
Nice.
suddenly work out a lot better.
Yeah, me and Dan
Damn
are
it.
actually the only
Damn it, damn it,
non-third
damn it,
shift
damn it.
people in this chat right now. So
Yeah, I work normal hours during the week.
I usually work evenings, and
I have what amounts to 2 different shifts. Technically it's 3, but there's only.
I mean,
30
if
minutes
it's a
difference.
Sonic 2 race, I'd be willing to do it.
Yeah, we probably will do one on there. I mean, these guys are probably.
I do have the ability. I do have.
I
the
think we've
potential to,
got like May all
straight up-
scheduled out. But I think like June and July, I just put them in the schedule, but they're pretty open.
Yeah, we'll probably get. I'd be really surprised if we didn't get one of those.
How's that? How the fuck is that fair?
Because I mean, I could see us doing the majority of the Sonic series the way we've done Mega Man. Because like we do
Hey,
the
Dan,
one Mega Man
Yep.
game a month. So
coming up on time. I
Okay.
got 2 bosses.
I figured you had to be.
Oh yeah.
Not a
um,
butt face. That thing
I was
looks
gonna
just like a
say-
hand mixer.
Yeah, I was gonna say that I could have like had used the capture device AV to record my Genesis, but I realized that my Genesis AV cord plug kind of lost a peg.
Oh
to
yeah.
plug in properly, so I'm forced to use the RF connector.
Tails
Yeah,
got
boy.
through.
Yeah, my
What's-
Genesis is not an RF connector.
Well, Major,
Of
did
all
you
the
order
Nintendo-
the Mega SG?
No, I want it, but the last time I saw it for sale, I didn't have the money.
Wow. Why is it? Okay, it plays Genesis game.
Last
It's-
boss.
It's a FPGA Genesis.
Okay, so
I'm being quiet while we're waiting on last boss here.
I got my.
They just
Seven
literally.
more.
It literally
mean-
just comes with an 8-bit Go controller.
Yeah.
And
Sega
Big Arm
CD
is
and
like
HD.
great
Wait,
music.
I meant to look it up. There's something you can do with the 8-bit though that fixes the wonkiness in the diagonals of the D-pad, and I read how to do it, and I don't remember what it was. Like, it's not even that hard to fix.
I need to look that up.
Yeah, because it's a phenomenal controller other than that wonkiness. Like, if you use the control sticks, I love it. Only reason I quit using mine was because two of the buttons started sticking on it, and I can probably just take it apart.
On sale often enough too. Like,
yeah, I mean, I loved the controller other than that, but what I could do with it is, well, so here's the thing: it uses this weird star bit screw head on it, and I don't have a screwdriver that.
Oh, Pentalobe. Bob, I'll send you a link to a kit that has that stuff.
Well, my dad's probably got them. I just keep forgetting to ever take it with me and look through and look at my parents' house.
I don't know.
But yeah, do that anyway, Dan, because I may buy that just to have it.
Are you in launch phase yet? Phase?
Yep, I've got my finger on the trigger. Hang on.
They're in the last level. Both of them are judging by where Blau Major's at. They're
Hold on. I'm waiting for Blau to say time.
Yeah, that's a giant spiky thing.
Oh, don't lose your ring.
Time.
Good job,
Nice.
Blau.
Congrats.
What was that final time at?
54 on the dot.
Woo!
Wow.
Woo! Sub-hour. Way to go, my man.
And that's with having to do
Very nice.
twice.
He's over here pulling straight Ric Flairs. Woo!
Yeah, I could probably
Driving
play.
jet flying.
If Sonic
Keep these
2,
gators down.
Sonic 2. What version of Sonic 2 do I have that I can?
7 fuck-offs.
Well, I mean, we'd be basically doing emulators, so you could just do whatever one. You'd do whatever. You wouldn't have to use a capture.
I mean, we're using our perfectly legitimate Nintendo and Sega consoles, correct?
Exactly.
Oh, let me just fix the cartridge. Oh
No,
man,
You took my ride.
Y'all all own this game and are very legitimately able to play it in any form and fashion you want because you all.
I actually don't own this game. I own the Ann Knuckles version because they won't let me own this game.
Don't say it.
So
Okay.
I have
Just can't
I have
both
guys.
versions on my Wii. I have both
Damn
versions
Canadian.
on the Xbox 360.
Oh,
I think that I'm good.
Oh,
I also have the cartridge
Buffy's
still. I
over
just
here
can't,
being all
I just
Canadian,
can't
like-
record from it.
Buffy's
That's
over here being
because,
all like, he's being all Canadian, like, oh, it would be bad if I lied, eh?
Oh, it's because they don't want to have to pay Michael Jackson licenses.
So,
Even though
Oh
he's
yeah, we were
dead.
talking about that earlier. Yeah.
these the versions don't actually matter when it comes to some of these
I
Sonic games.
I still think that Bragg Bucks are releasing that song as part of it just because.
Well, it doesn't necessarily matter.
No,
like when you do the
robotic
Mario. I mean, I'm pretty sure when we've raced Mario's.
Oh, by
Mario
the way,
Mario
there was a
like,
prototype
Sonic
that came
2,
out that
Hey,
kind of
Switch
proved
version,
that.
you have drop dash, which you don't have in any other version.
Okay, Black Major, y'all were talking at the same time, so
Sorry.
you go first, Chip Team, because you were talking before that
Oh
started.
yeah, because there was a prototype that revealed that the Sonic and Knuckles collection on PC was the original soundtrack.
Oh, okay. So, Blau, what were you saying?
I'm saying that the version does matter in Sonic, unlike Mario, because, for example, the Switch version of Sonic 2, which on the surface looks like just another Genesis ROM plugged into an emulator, but you actually have the drop dash ability, which you don't have in any other version of Sonic 2.
Yeah, they're the Sega Ages versions.
Okay.
There's also the mobile
What
versions.
exactly did you just do, Knuckles? Where am I going?
Oh, there's
Well,
also the
Mario-
mobile versions.
Mario, the physics are completely different if you play the All Stars version, but it really doesn't matter.
Well, that's really
already.
the only different port of it.
Well, that's because
There's
that's
a few stages that have slightly different layouts, but it's the kind of stuff that you wouldn't notice casually.
Yeah.
Like, the biggest one I noticed is in 4-4 of Mario 3, the water level is at a different spot. And the only reason that I noticed that is because there's a trick that you could do on the NES version that you can't do in the All-Stars version because the different water height changes the physics.
Oh, you want to talk about differences? 3D All Stars is a different version of Mario 64.
I'm pretty sure we played different Mega Man versions as well, like when we've done the race.
Oh, it's like trying to race. It's like when you're trying to race Mega Man, but one of you was playing the Wily Wars version.
Well,
Dear
I
God.
don't. I'm pretty sure at least somebody when we do it plays.
There was a Mega Man
plays
X had
with it.
issues with the revision.
Oh,
Like the way that the
there was a
subtanks look
I heard there was
differently.
a problem with Mega Man X in one of the anniversary collections.
I've heard a little bit about the X collection having some issues, and I think some of the early ones with the NES ones had problems, but I'm pretty sure they fixed them all. I've got 1 and 2 on the NES, so when we get to like Mega Man 9 and 10, I'm gonna have to play them on the Legacy collection because it's the only way I own the game.
Oh yeah, well I have all the Legacy collections for some reason.
Yeah, well, I bought them on purpose, just like to have them. Like,
Dude,
I mean, I got them on sale.
The Zero games are pretty amazing.
I don't have the Zero. I don't have Mega Man X, and I don't have Zero, but I bought the other two for literally $1 a piece. So
Bob did buy that for $1.
Yeah, I literally bought it for $1. So it would have been stupid.
Wait.
Yo, the Mega Man X collection still has like 2 parts to it.
God damn it.
But I mean, I own X 1, 2, and 3 on. Well, I actually own all 6 of them, but I own X
There's
1, 2.
actually, there's
I own
actually 7 and 8.
Well, I know I don't own 7 and 8. Yeah, I own 1 through 3. I have the physical carts of 1 through 3, and
God damn me.
And I have.
I was going the wrong freaking way that whole time. Oh my gosh.
PS3, I've got.
Which act are you in on this zone?
Yeah.
I'm in Act 2, but I died, and when I started over, I went backwards through the stage instead of forward because I didn't remember where the save point was.
Oh,
So
no.
I did not get to this in my test play of 90 minutes before I had to go and do like actual important adult things. And none of this is in working memory for me. I have no idea what the hell I'm looking at.
I don't either.
So there's a blue hedgehog you're looking at. He's kind of important.
Nope, he's not looking at a blue hedgehog.
Oh
at
no,
all.
there's an orange fox that's kind of a mutant.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
I'm actually looking at a red Italian plumber.
Yeah, red.
Yeah, the joke was that I would actually just be playing Mario 3 this entire time.
Right.
Oh,
You're like-
please don't.
I own 4, 5.
Like I'm second 5'9". What's going on here?
So
I have a
I've
copy
never
of
beaten
Killer
5.
Instinct, by the
I've
way.
never beaten X5 or X6. I've only I beat X4. I got partly through X5 and just never finished.
Honestly,
I
like,
love
fuck
X5
me.
more than anybody should.
You think something like Donkey Kong Country would be fun to speedrun?
Speedrun?
No, okay. So the Donkey Kong Country games are somewhat of a sore subject with this.
Hey Bob, what do you think of Donkey Kong Country?
Well, are we talking about actual?
to-
So Buttface, are we talking about actual good Donkey Kong Country games like Donkey Kong Country?
I didn't know
Or
they
are we
made
talking
good
about
Donkey Kong
shit
games.
like Donkey Kong Country 2?
I didn't know they made good Donkey Kong games.
Donkey
Sure,
Kong
We're
Country is
talking about the Donkey Kong 96 on the Game Boy, right?
Game Boy Donkey
Oh,
Kong.
that one?
Game
Dude,
Boy
I don't
Donkey
know,
Kong
man.
is an unbelievable game. Like that one's an excellent game. Donkey Kong Country is an excellent game. Donkey Kong Country 2 and not so much a good game.
Sometimes
I'm-
you have opinions, and
I
sometimes
don't
they're
know.
right.
I've only ever played Donkey Kong Country.
If Dan could see my face, he would have a fun. He would have a better reaction.
Bob, I
'cause-
know if you had just played Donkey Kong Country 2, not in a race setting, you would enjoy it a lot more.
I had a good time with it. It was just that I was completely not doing well, but I had fun with it.
No, we're gonna play the NES bootleg version of Donkey Kong Country.
We basically had we had 2 responses. We had Dan and Raz that were like literally just dying, gushing over the game, and then we had me and McLean that were both like, "This game sucks balls. Like this is a bad
The
game."
game is not easy. It's actually kind of hard.
And then there was me going, "Oh gosh, how did I jump off this same hole 5
But,
times in a row?"
I mean, Bob, I
Red
will
was just
happily
that
play.
Red was like, "I'm playing 2. I'm here."
Bob.
Racing LJN game.
Bob,
Yeah.
I will happily play a DKC 1, 2 hours, see who gets the farthest race with you. Because I'm still just as good at Donkey Kong Country 1, so I will.
Oh, I'm not good at Donkey Kong Country 1, but I like Donkey Kong Country 1 better. Yeah, we need to do that's one we need to put on there just because it'd be fun to play.
Yeah,
I like
I'm up for it.
The big thing
I'm
with-
gonna
with
die
2
underwater. That's just fun.
was it
I
was
love
like
Sonic.
blindish for everybody.
Well,
Donkey
then
Which was-
Kong,
there's
the
but-
giant ape can swim, but a hedgehog can't.
yeah, and then there's the whole
Mario ate too many Donkey Kong ate too many bananas, and now he has to endure a severe case of chronic
Can you
constipation.
please, thank
right.
you?
And there's the whole the fact that they had a perfectly good save system in Donkey Kong Country and then decided to fucking ruin it in 2. And
Yeah,
like,
it's
make
that
it
whole
worse.
anti-rental stuff.
Wait,
It's
the
just
save
bullshit.
system was literally just you have to wait until you get to a save spot.
No, you had to pay.
Donkey
you have
Kong
to
Country
pay.
2, you had to pay.
And if you have and if you do a game over, you lose all those coins.
Oh.
Fuck you,
So,
Wait,
like, if
oh,
Bob,
should
if
you-
you were playing casually or normally, you would have been just swimming in
Was
coins.
it out of
if
the
you
Super
died.
Nintendo capability to like let you save after every?
No,
save?
it's just it was a lot of stuff with games then was anti-rental / stretching out the game difficulty.
Oh, because there's no like a memory card back
They
then.
didn't want you to go rent the game at Blockbuster and then beat it and then go, well, okay, I spent $5 to play this game and I don't need to play it anymore.
right.
Yeah,
Games,
they
this
literally
fucking level is too long.
that's the same problem is they made the Donkey Kong Country 2 almost every game design decision they made with it was
But
to make
then you get
longer
Sonic, and that has
to
a
keep you
battery
from
backup.
beating it when you rented it. Like they made the levels twice as long as they should have been.
Yeah,
They
but then you get
revamped
games like the RPGs that have battery backups anyway. So
I mean, they all have. If they have saves, they're all battery backups.
Yeah, it just wasn't a good decision. Like I don't know why they thought that was something that was necessary.
and now
like-
nowadays,
I mean,
rentals
Rare's
have
kind of
died.
dick.
Rentals
anyway.
kind of died now. The
Well,
blockbusters are all
keep in mind that Rare is of that UK persuasion where they have
wait,
people
what?
who grew up on Spectrums playing Chucky Egg and their
Spectrums?
Amigas.
Yeah,
Where the
Spectrum.
fuck am I going? What did I
They're
just do?
Amigas.
I don't know, Buttface. I'm fucking lost. I think.
Oh,
I
I'm
think
so
I'm
fucking
coming up on the last
dude.
boss, just as a heads up.
Yep.
Oh
I'm-
yeah,
Like,
I don't know if you want to put Battletoads on there.
Can somebody help
No.
him that knows this game and like tell him where to go?
No,
Because-
it's fine.
No, I think you're gonna keep doing the same circles unless somebody helps you out, and I don't think there's any shame in that.
You have to zig until you zag, and there's not really a better way to explain
But you
that.
are literally just going in the same circle over and over again at this point.
Is he
This is
looping?
probably the best Sonic boss theme
Yeah, he's-
ever, by the way.
What the hell is Blau Major doing?
This is Blue Sphere, the special stage where you get the Chaos Emeralds.
Why don't you could do the Sonic and Knuckles lock on with Sonic 1 to get the blue spheres only.
What did they want some weird parallax mode 7 bullshit in here?
It's
In
not,
that-
was the best
it's
part
not
of the
actually
game.
mode 7.
I know it's
just a
not. I'm
sprite-
just
it's just a
I know it's
sprite
literally not. I know
of
it's
a
literally not.
rotating sphere.
Yeah,
that
I know
looks
it's
like
literally
mode
not in mode 7. I'm just calling it that out of sheer lack of any other reference.
I'm getting
Of anything to compare
waiting
to.
for Red to
Come
call
on.
time.
Come on.
I like that in the Sega Genesis commercial where they're comparing Sonic 2 to Super Mario Kart, but then
Genesis-
Mario Kart still has a mode 7 when Sonic didn't.
Yeah. Yeah,
So like, what exactly were you trying to prove there, man? You made yourself look bad.
It's blast processing, man. Blast
Shut up.
processing.
Apparently
I lost
couldn't
my
save you
ring.
from
Lost
mode
my
7
ring.
or the Super Effects chip.
The FX chip actually did do things that the rest of it didn't. Like it.
Fair
made stuff-
time.
That's
Good
cool.
job,
that's
Red.
Just, that's just cool.
Ah.
Take me away from all my fucking rings.
It's just they never were able to. They had that They had the FX chip and that expansion slot, and they never really took advantage of it. Was the
So,
thing that they did.
Sega Genesis was actually capable of blast processing, but it didn't actually do any blast processing.
I thought
Well,
blast processing was
It was
literally
just a
word-
fun,
it was
like,
literally a
buzzword
It's
word
to
just
have.
faster. It's just faster, guys. Even though we have a lower graphical chipset, it's just faster.
I literally
No.
thought that it was a made-up advertising word that they were.
Well,
trying
it's
to-
literally just the processor is the only thing that's faster, and I think it's only because it's using a lower processing chip.
It
Yeah.
is a thing, but marketing didn't care, and they just used it to market because that's what marketing.
Alrighty, let's see here.
And then when the Sega Saturn came out, they had nothing to sell.
Wait, no, that's backwards.
Saturn had.
This
like,
is
I really-
forwards.
Saturn has Saturn Bomberman.
I kind of really want to buy that remake of the medieval game that came on that they did on PS4 because I loved that game when it was on regular PlayStation and Saturn, and I never did get to beat it.
Alright, let's see how weird it feels going from Sonic Physics to Rocket Knight.
Oh, by the way, I love playing like the Tony Hawk remaster.
Oh, that's one I want.
I want to be on the
love
other
Tony
side of that,
Hawk.
but I am
love-
not. I am stuck in Buttsville.
I played Tony Hawk obsessively, like the first 3 of them, and
Yeah.
they're one of the few. Like I think I
Where you
hundoed.
going? What you doing?
'cause here I am, doing
always
everything
hundo
I can.
I hundo all of my Tony Hawk games except for Project Improvement.
Well, I didn't own them. We rented them, and we just kept we loved them, so we kept renting it over and over again. But I think Buttface is
That was
finally
the case. I used to rent Sonic Adventure 2 until I actually got it.
And I dropped it for the third time.
Because back when Blockbuster was still a thing, and we got 5-day rentals.
Yeah, Blockbuster. I don't remember if Blockbuster gives that because Alabama had Movie Gallery, which was better than Blockbuster. It was an Alabama business.
And then Blockbuster died
Based out of-
anyway. So
Yeah.
I did not know that Movie Gallery was an Alabama thing.
yeah,
I think
Netflix was the one that killed Blockbuster.
Oh, it did. It killed all of them. Killed Movie Gallery. It killed the whole rental
Blockbuster
store.
would have been fine, but they killed themselves with.
But it was an Alabama thing by Major Blue. Movie Gallery's headquarters was in Dothan, of all things. So,
Oh, interesting.
Yep.
But yeah, Blockbuster would have been fine. Like they were even making their own streaming service when they went under. They had horrible business practices that caused them to lose so
yeah,
much.
Blockbuster could have
GameStop is next.
Yeah, they were competing with Netflix for a while, but they just made Blockbuster just made terrible decisions left and right. Like the way they ran their rental thing was terrible. And like honestly, the
Is
Institute
it Nintendo Switch
streaming
Online
is
terrible or Comcast terrible?
Okay, one ring. Never mind.
Comcast terrible is evil. Like they weren't evil, they were just dumb. Like,
Yeah, so it's Nintendo Switch Online terrible.
yeah, like it's not evil. Like cable company thing is evil. Like it's just like
Oh,
I'll
why?
make
What,
you
what
pay a
even hit me
premium
there?
just to have ESPN on your network.
right. Oh yeah.
Damn it! Come on.
There you go, Buttface.
Yeah,
Where are you at now? You just take out the first.
Face, even though his name specifically indicates that he's not a butt face.
I mean, his handle named Not a Buttface addresses all the questions raised by his handle Not a Buttface.
This is true. It's very self-explanatory.
I'm not a buttface, guys. I promise.
Why do you think I picked this name? It was specifically so that I could avoid the one rule in chat of don't be a buttface. And I've gotten away with it for all these years.
If it weren't for you meddling kids.
I have
buttface-
gotten away with it. You kidding
Yeah,
me? The minute Brick bans me from a channel is the minute I win.
I always forget that. I always kind of forget that he's like the youngin of the group because I think the rest
That's
of
why
them
he keeps you
same
around.
age, basically. Like I can't
Yeah,
remember.
because so many of us are like the same age, and then McLean's like the dad.
How old are you, Blau?
McLean's only 2 years older than I am.
I'm
Yeah.
35.
I know, but it's like he's still like the old one in the
you're
group.
right you're right. I mean, you're a little bit younger than us, but you're right at our age too. Then, so
Yeah, there's a death.
the rest of
Of
us.
course, we need a very
like
long
Ben
boss
Redder.
fight right at
I
the end
can't
here.
believe Sonic the Hedgehog is fucking dead.
Well, Sonic's been dead this whole time. Now I have to do stage 1 of the boss fight, and then stage 2 of the boss fight, and then stage 3 of the boss fight. Sonic is a
interesting.
good video game series. that
Just don't
people
lose your
enjoy.
rings.
Don't
Oh, yeah,
lose
dude.
your
Gonna
rings.
crash into a wall.
Guys, did you hear about Yuji Naka, who apparently made Balan Wonderland and it apparently sucked ass?
Well, what? I don't know that.
Oh, Balan Wonderland.
That's why it really looks like Knights.
That's not one I'm familiar with.
Come on. Oh, no.
It's,
Fucked up there. Fucked up there.
Oh, ow. Yeah, it's Balan Wonderland is Squeenix's current catastrophe.
That's the one that looks a
Is
lot
that
like.
Yuji Naka's fault or Square Enix's fault?
Both. They shouldn't have greenlit it.
Alan can go and sit over at the cool kids tables with Shenmue.
Yeah,
Mighty Number
I
Nine.
know Square Enix
The
has made
cool
it
kid-
recently, so
Final Fantasy,
I'm sure it's
Cloud,
probably
and Cloud
Square
just,
Enix's fault.
Sephiroth is just like, that's not my child.
I mean, the last thing I played that was Squeenix was the FF7 remake, and that was excellent. So
I would put money on that game being not great because of Square Enix more than Yuji Naka. Because it looks a lot like Nights in the Dreams, and Nights in the Dreams was Yuji
Pretty
Naka's.
good. Yeah.
what the hell is nonsense? I never heard of that either.
That's
It
the
was
game
a
where
Saturn
you
game.
flies around.
Was it also on Dreamcast?
No.
I think there was a sequel on Dreamcast. Yeah, the original was on the Saturn.
sequel was on the Wii.
Oh,
Nights into Dreams is one of the pinball tables you can have in the casino level
Knights was actually
Sonic
referenced in
Adventure
Sonic
One.
Robo Blast 2. You should put that on the list.
We put generally anything as long as there's 3 people that'll play it. We'll generally put anything on.
Yeah, Sonic Robo Blast 2 is a pretty good game.
Our minimum.
I have
with
heard
mods-
good things about that game. I want to play it at some point.
With very certain exceptions.
Nope, there goes
are
my ring
limited.
because yeah.
Yeah. With
I mean,
very
keep in mind, it's got to be stuff that we can more able to run too.
Shit,
Yeah.
that face.
Well,
With
no. See,
very-
the problem is that Sonic has a 2-hit, like a.
2-hit rule.
Well, yeah, it's got a 2-hit rule, just kind of like Mario does. Except it doesn't give you any power-ups for it. It just gives you the rings, which it lets you collect infinitely. So it's designed the same way Mario Maker levels are designed, to just have an infinitely spawning mushroom, which is never really a fun boss battle design.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
not, dude. But
It really isn't.
in later games, if you get a Fire Flower, you can take 2 hits.
Yeah. Sonic does have that in this game with the bubbles system.
Yeah, I think with Sonic Mania, having
Sonic's always
more
had
auto-scrolling
shields.
boss fights is the proper way to go, because you're on a larger plane of existence and you're able to collect rings easier.
The only problem with it with Sonic is that it not only just has that as a power-up system, it also has knockback and the inability to collect rings right away.
Oh, but you know what? It's better than Castlevania.
It's better than
That's what
Castlevania,
made-
but anytime you take control away from the player, it just makes it feel bad. It doesn't feel like good control.
I just get used to it, man.
I mean, yeah,
Like,
the
I
answer
was
is
pretty
good,
sure I was
but
going to lose that boss
I'm-
fight just because I ran out of my rings and I still had 2 hits to go. And I had like 20 seconds left before the 10-minute mark on the clock.
I live in bad mode.
So the
I
whole
don't-
thing
I don't
with, the
ever
whole
get
thing
good.
with Sonic is like the same mentality that Punch-Out kind of has. Just don't get hit.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, Punch Out and Super Punch Out were just memorizing the boss patterns, basically, and then you could beat
And
it
these are
every-
boss patterns still.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not wrong. These are boss patterns.
What face?
Just
Where are
So
you?
when's the last time you fought this boss butt face?
God, I have
Like-
no idea because, like I said, none of this is in my working memory at all.
I literally was able to almost beat someone using Little Mac.
Yeah, I can.
I
Like,
mained Little Mac for a hot minute in Smash 4 because they did my
Dan-
man make dirty in Smash 4.
Smash all.
Dan is always King DDD for life.
Dude, you want them kabongs?
Yep.
Yeah,
Turbo
come on,
Mats.
yep.
King Daddle Dingo is where
And
it's
then I
at.
pick
Yeah,
up,
I-
then I pick up
on this.
Sephiroth, and I'm like, I just beat every single person in this whole arena.
I'm really enjoying a
they're
lot
Oh,
of the.
yeah, that reminds me.
Oh,
What is the damn hitbox on this thing? That is. Oh fuck, God.
Yeah, it's like enjoy the 30-second cutscene to get up to the second phase of the boss after you do the first phase of the boss. And
Just don't run out of lives,
You
guys.
gotta do all 3 phases again.
oh yeah, dude. Thankfully, I stockpiled lives, or else I'm gonna have to redo both zones. Like I said, I'm DNFing this race. It was just DNFing how close to the end after how long.
Because you'd have to even figure out how to even hit that last boss.
Sonic is a bad video game.
I can't believe you've done this.
Can you
People
not,
just
like-
forgave
I
it
mean, it's
because
just
NES.
being curled up in a ball
People
when you hit it
forgave
at the right
because
spot.
NES Hard was still a thing.
Sure,
I have
be
no
nice if
problem.
you
I
hadn't
mean,
missed
given
it.
the games I play, I have no problem with NES Hard. I mean, I'm a Ninja Gaiden speedrunner,
Oh
so
God!
I'm like, that doesn't bother.
What the? Oh my God! Oh, you think that's hard? Oh, just the tutorial level. That's the next level over there. Watch
Bob talking about, oh, you think that's hard? Oh man, I play the hard video games, and he still doesn't want to play Sonic with us. He's
You're
scared.
right.
I
But
was
Ninja Gaiden's a
referencing
good
Ninja
game.
Gaiden,
Ninja Gaiden's a
awesome,
good game.
awesome.
It just has some esoteric game design.
That's just like Ego Raptor's version of Ninja Gaiden.
happened
Oh, you
again.
think that's hard? Oh, just the tutorial level. That's the next level over there. Watch. Oh, that's it. He's like, I'm the strategy guy. You can't mess with me. Oh, thank God you're here. Don't worry, pal. I'll shot. Oh God. He kills this.
Speaking of Nintendo
Are we
Hard,
gonna
I
end
just
this
got a
cutscene? This
Guardian
is almost a
Legends
40 second
t-shirt.
long cutscene. It's gonna be a minute-long cutscene to get to the end of this.
your video game murders your strategy guide.
What did I do it in? I did it on stream like after I won a race. One of them, I think I did like 23 minutes, something like that. I beat the game in, which for a casual is pretty fucking good. Like this, just enter the world record's 12 minutes.
How many cannons must you kill?
Oh, we kill a lot of Ganons.
Unless you're Raz.
Who kills Zelda?
Save a lot of Ganons.
Yeah.
Raz is doing his part.
Doria!
Okay, time to try and figure out where the hitbox is.
Let's play. Where is the fucking hitbox? I think it's on the top.
Try hitting him where the big
It's
dumb
on
head
the
is.
front. It's on the front.
Yeah, like I think you have to jump over. Like, I think you have to
No,
jump
you see the
over.
big
Like,
spikes on his head that lead me to believe that
well,
I don't
you have
want to hit that?
like, I think you
Yeah,
have to hit
that's a bad
between-
time right
I think
there.
you have to hit between like his arm thing and the spikes.
Look,
Like, I think
his
that's
his weak
Hit
point.
Robotnik.
His weak
The
point
yellow
is
thing.
not spikes or arms.
That's a terrible hitbox. Like, how the hell are you supposed to hit that?
Because 90s engineering programming.
No, people knew how to do hitboxes back in the day. We know what a hitbox is. We can do collision detection. We can do collision detection till the cows come home. It's just, boss design and conveyance, which is finicky.
There you go. It's 2 hits. How many hits
That's
does it
called
take?
conveyance, and I think that's a fitting term.
Yeah,
8?
conveyance.
Did you just say 8?
Yeah, like every other boss.
Actually, I think that one might be
He
12.
has to fucking do
No,
that
it's
8 times?
It's 8 times, dude.
8 times. 8 times.
Some
my man.
final bosses take
guys-
12
This
hits.
is a fun video game that people look back fondly and remember, remember when Sonic was good?
I like this game.
You guys,
Dude, it could be worse. Final boss hits could take like 12 hits.
Give me the ring, give me the ring!
Yeah, now I kind of want Bob to see the Doomsday Zone now.
No, not only
something
that,
gets
but
to
the
it. Yeah,
final boss is
I'm
Sonic
really-
2.
Oh.
The final boss of Sonic 2 is 12 hits.
it's not Mario.
That's why I was thinking it might be 12,
That's
was
true,
because
it's not
I knew
Mario.
it 2 it is.
Compare this to a Nintendo one. Like, compare this to the
No,
Bowser fight.
didn't hit him right. Didn't hit
The
him right
Mario
next time.
World
problem.
Bowser
Stop
fight
comparing
is
it to
overly
Mario.
long.
Every boss in Mario only takes 3 hits. It's
Well,
supposed to be
no, I
an
mean
easy
Bowser
game.
one takes more than that. The Bowser
This is
fight
very
overly
much
long.
Captain K rule.
Yeah.
Captain K rule.
Yeah, that boss fight takes fucking forever.
Yeah, it doesn't have the clown music though.
I mean, Crocodile Cacophony is one of the best boss musics ever written.
Yeah, but Big Arm's got good music.
Oh nope, I flew instead of
That's like the best Sonic boss music ever, which is saying quite a bit, because there's a lot of good Sonic themes.
Get it. Oof.
I mean, you're getting pretty close here, Buttface. I've got my finger on the timer trigger.
You just got like such a narrow fucking window. Like you've got like a 1 pixel hitbox.
Thank you, Bob, for being in my bad
I'm in your corner.
and mad
It's
corner.
bullshit.
not that bad.
It is utter bullshit.
Oh,
like this
no,
is
no,
terrible.
no, fuck that up.
Bob, you just gotta get good at games. That's all.
Nope, fuck that up again.
Can't we fix it? No.
Hey, Giant Cat. Solar John the Giant Cat is here.
Oh no, I got grabbed. That's bad.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
bad.
Oh yeah,
That's
that's
real
real bad.
No. What happened?
Wait, he's gonna time up?
Oh, don't
Yeah, I'm
get
gonna
it. Get it.
I'm gonna time up, guys. Shit's bad. Yeah, I can't do it. Oh, I can't do it. I'm gonna fuck up.
Is it only 10 minutes? Is it literally only 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Have fun. Ramp. That is end for me. I'm DNFing on this.
Well,
Oh
you know what
my
that means.
Shit.
You know what
But if you
that
time out, I think
How am I supposed to do that?
See, Bob, the timer was running
Give me
for
that link.
45
I saw that
seconds.
link shoulder. I saw that link shoulder.
Bob, you literally just watched 2 people do it, and you're asking how is anyone supposed to do it?
Now it's the only
You
way I
wasn't
can
paying
figure
attention.
it. Like, well, I made your plays like the weirdest versions of every video game ever. So it's like,
What does that have to do with this? I'm playing the same version they are.
DNF.jpg.
like every time, like
I'm so hungry. I can eat it off the rock.
super common game, like Final Fantasy, and you're like, well, I mean, you're like, well, I never played that version. I only played like the Virtual Boy port or something. like
Oh, I wish there was a Virtual Boy port of that.
That would be fun, actually. I'd like to see it. So, Well, congratulations to Blau for taking the trophy home tonight, and Red Silvers for being about 10 minutes behind him. Not a butt face. You actually did admirably well, given
I'm
the
on team not a
circumstances.
butt. I'm on team not a butt face. That was horseshit.
Yeah, that was. I mean, given the circumstances, you did remarkably
Oh, God,
well.
Like Sparkster has those like same things that like Castlevania Bloodlines has. Like the
I'm
reflections.
always happy to be out here and playing with you guys. You know I enjoy my DNF position.
Oh yeah.
So,
If you're saying this has a Castlevania Bloodlines feel, it's because it's Konami. That's why.
Oh yeah.
so make sure everybody to come back on Saturday. What are we doing? Are we doing so?
It's supposed to be free enterprise.
Free enterprise, okay.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to be around, but
Okay.
it'll.
We'll see what happens.
What's Free Enterprise?
Yeah, I think we're taking a little bit of a break from Soten.
Yeah, I mean, we played it a
Oh, man.
lot really quickly.
Yep.
But yeah, so I'm supposed to have my nephew, and like depending on when I have to take him home is whether I'll be there or not. So
Well,
if I can keep him till Sunday, I won't be around.
we will see what happens. So
Yep.
again, thanks everybody for hanging out, and we'll catch you all next time. Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Sonics is to go
Bye,
even
everybody.
further beyond.